Hi guys, welcome back. John Keel at WatchGauge. I have to apologize. I feel like I haven't been posting too many videos lately. I've been a little slack on the Instagram. Truth of the matter is, I've been extremely busy. As many of you know, I'm more or less a one-man operation, and I've had some really big things happen over the last week or so that I really just want to touch base, give you a little bit of update of what's going on and where we're at. So first of all, many of you are coming to my site, subscribing and things like that, strictly and solely due to the fact that we had an awesome time when I visited the Urban Gentry with TGV and his guys over there. I have to tell you, it was so much fun. We had a blast talking watches, and I can guarantee you we're going to do it again. So I'm looking forward to that. With that and all of that exposure, I've been very, very busy. The website's been going bananas. The Instagram, the Facebook, everything is really has really mushroomed. But thanks to those guys, it was a fantastic time. I owe them a great debt of gratitude. They're a fantastic group of guys, and we had a lot of fun. And again, we're going to do that again. You guys, in addition to selling watches and packing them up and shipping them and contacting my new clients, thank you guys so much. But in addition to all that stuff, this weekend coming up, I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. on Sunday for the micro brand meetup. That I'm really looking forward to. From what I hear, last year's event was a booming success. The place was absolutely packed, so this year they got a much bigger venue. I'm going to put the YouTube video I did with the Urban Gentry in the description here on YouTube, as well as a link to the micro brand meetup. If you guys have any opportunity to make it to Washington, D.C. on Sunday for the micro brand meetup, from what I hear, there's going to be 500, 600, 700 people coming through the doors. In addition to myself, there's going to be 30 brands or 27 brands, all micro brand related. So it's going to be a ton of fun. Even if you're not involved in micro brands and not familiar with them, you're going to want to come to this thing and see what they're all about. I told you I come from the high end of the watch industry. I've fallen in love with micro brands, what they have to offer, especially, look, as I mentioned 100 times, there are a lot of micro brands out there I think are real garbage, but I think there's a real good handful of brands that are excellent designs, really high quality, and a lot of these guys are going to be at the micro brand meetup. What I'm bringing to the micro brand meetup, I think I have a table 2 or 3, but I'm bringing all of the brands that I carry. So with the exception of one, I'm not going to bring Mercer because Scott's going to be there for Mercer. I don't want to step on his toes. So, but the brands I'm going to bring are going to be Gorilla, NTH, Elliott Brown, and Melbourne. I also have a couple of surprises up my sleeve. One of the brands I'm going to bring that I do not carry on WatchGauge is my good friend's brand, Hemel. Marvin from Hemel is a good friend of mine. He's got a great brand that he started up. The reason I don't carry Hemel on my site is that I'm sorry, I have cars driving by my window. But the reason I don't carry Hemel on my site is only because a very good friend of mine carries them on his site. And if you want to check out the Hemels, you're not going to make it to the micro brand meetup, go over to longislandwatch.com. Mark Frankel is a dynamite guy. He's got a great business, and he carries Hemel. Go check check out the watches that he carries. In addition to the other brands he carries, check out Hemel. Great brand. Again, I will put Long Island Watch and Hemel's website in the description here on YouTube. I got to start doing wrist checks, I know it's biting off of what a lot of other guys are doing, particularly TGV, but everybody seems to do it. And hey, look, if we were in person, I'd be checking out your watch, you'd be checking out mine, right? So I got back from TGV, a watch I had given to on loaner for a week or so, and then he ended up buying one himself. So I'm wearing the NTH Nakin Blue. I put it on a rubber strap. Keep in mind, every NTH that I sell through WatchGauge, whether it be the Tropics collection or the Subs collection, I include a rubber strap complimentary. So, what else? I don't want to keep you guys too long, but on the same token, I have a lot to cover. There are a couple things on my site. If you've been to my site prior to last week and then you come back today, if you go to WatchGauge, you may notice a couple of cool things. There are some micro brands that I am in business with. I buy their watches, I put them on WatchGauge, and I sell them, right? That's business. That's the way it works. There are a handful of micro brands that for one reason or another, it's not possible for me to go about that business model with them. Meaning, it's not possible for whatever reason for me to buy their watches, put them on WatchGauge, and sell them. There are a couple of brands that I have created relationships with. We want to do business together, and we want to make it work. And to make it work, we've set up an arrangement. I've got an arrangement right now with 3 different brands that you will see on WatchGauge. The difference is I don't inventory them here. They ship them directly from their fulfillment facility to the client once it sells. But those 3 brands are Dan Henry, which everybody knows right now is super hot, Vortic, and Seals. So Dan Henry, really quick, I'll tell you about them. They're based down in South America. They've got a collection or a couple of collections that their inspiration are from different time periods. So you got to go check those out. Go to WatchGauge, click on Shop. In the drop down under Shop, you'll see Dan Henry. Check those out. The 1970 diver model is ridiculously hot from them right now. Vortic is a really unique company, particularly to the brands I carry. So Vortic was started by a couple of gentlemen. I believe they're in Utah. If I'm wrong, RT, I stand corrected and I apologize.
I'm sorry, so sorry.
But their specialty is that they get vintage pocket watch movements, American-made vintage pocket watch movements, which were a huge thing back in the early 1900s. We were one of the biggest producers of pocket watches on the planet at that time. So they get movements from Illinois Watch Company, Waltham, and all the big watchmakers of its time. So they get the movements, and then they create either very, very small limited runs of watches using those movements, or in many cases one of a kinds. In my arrangement with them, if I buy one of a kinds from them and I put them on my site, they don't have the ability to sell it at that point. So with their arrangement, it's strictly and solely because they do have a lot of one of a kinds, a lot of very limited pieces. They are on the higher end price point when it comes to micro brands, but you'll see when you check those guys out, when you go to the site, when you check out Vortic, they're kind of going way above and beyond what a lot of micro brands can with using vintage American-made pocket watches that they completely refurbish and turn into very unique wristwatches. And finally, Seals. Seals Watch Company is one of the first watch companies that I got into agreement with on doing business together. Michael Seals is one of the nicest, and I mean this, one of the craziest, nicest guys on the planet. And his watch brand I fell in love with really early on, wanted to do business. The challenge there is that he sold out of most of his collections very, very quickly, actually prior to me even starting WatchGauge. So right now, he's got a very limited amount of 2 pieces from his collection that you can see on WatchGauge. And if you love that Royal Oak look, that Audemars Piguet Royal Oak look, or that Nautilus look, the Genta designs, I don't want to say it's an homage to them, but it's got that feel with the integrated bracelet and super, super duper watch. Check those out. So I've got 3 new brands up on the site that I have not done intro videos for. I will do something as far as an intro video very, very shortly on those. You'll see those pop up. The other one I didn't get to do the intro video on was Boulder. And we launched those about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I love Boulder. We're killing it with the brand. Super affordable, super high quality, a lot of fun. Check those out. I will do a video on those. The reason I actually did shoot a video on my Boulder release, to be honest with you, it was garbage. And I don't put a lot of stock in my videos being super great and super polished. And if I'm telling you it was a garbage video that I made, it was really that bad. So I didn't. Maybe one day I'll put up a blooper reel of all of me talking to the camera and the dumb things that come out of my mouth. That might be fun one day, but that whole video would account for that. It was an awful video. I guess I had a really off day. So again, just to recap, the TGV video with the Urban Gentry that I did, unbelievable success for me. Again, I am so grateful to those guys, super guys. Check that out, that video, if you haven't seen it yet. Links for everything will be in the description in YouTube. Check out the brands that are up on the site that are new. Oh, and finally, one thing I want to point out, and I keep looking over here, my computer's here, so I'm referencing something and I'm thinking of that. I also put in the section where, in the shop section on WatchGauge, you'll see one of the drop-down items is WatchGauge exclusives. So one thing that you guys have probably heard, or you heard me say a couple times, I do my best to bring in watches that you can't find anywhere else on the planet. So I have a section where I took the watches that I have that are exclusive to WatchGauge. They're in that particular section. So if you're looking for something that is pretty much sold out or is sold out everywhere else in the world except for WatchGauge, there's a bunch of great pieces in there. So look, I've taken enough of your time. I hope you all have a great weekend. If you can make it to DC this weekend, do so. Please do so. And if you don't, I'm going to actually bring a couple of cameras down there. I'm bringing a friend down there. I'm going to try to get a ton of video, if I can, and pictures, and I will create a video just about the microbrand meetup in DC. Maybe I'll get to interview some of the other microbrand owners. So that'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully you're all enjoying what I'm doing, not only with the website and the business with WatchGauge, but the videos themselves, the Instagram posts. So click like, subscribe, comment to my videos, man. If I love the interaction. I sit in this business, in this warehouse, in this office. Most of the time it is solitudely quiet. I try to put music on stuff, but when you guys are interacting, that's one of my favorite parts about this business. So comment, email me, share, like, all that social stuff. Follow us on YouTube. Now I finally got my own YouTube domain, so it's youtube.com/c/watchgauge. Instagram, YouTube is @WatchGauge. Facebook is facebook.com/WatchGauge. So do me a favor, please. Not only follow and subscribe, but like, share, comment, and share it with your friends. If your friends love watches, share it with them. Give them the opportunity to decide whether they want to end up following and all that kind of stuff as well. And as always, I am super grateful to everybody. I'm having a great time with this business. The social thing is so new to me. I'm having fun. I think I'm doing it okay. Give me feedback, man. Guys, if you think there's things I could be doing better, if you like what I'm doing, the positive reinforcement is fantastic. The negative reinforcement will only make me better. So thank you for everything, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. And, keep an eye out for the stuff from this weekend at the Microbrand Meetup. I'll put up a bunch of live stuff, a bunch of photos on Instagram, and I will have a video next week recapping the whole event and hopefully telling you about how unbelievably successful it was for everybody, for the brands, for myself, for the consumers that are going. So thanks for everything. I will get back at you next week, and looking forward to all this, having a lot of fun. Thank you. Talk to you soon.